Dr. Guillermo Koliker is one of my board-certified cosmetic surgeons. He has performed a rhinoplasty and facial surgery on Nancy 2 weeks ago. They are now having their final post-op follow-up visit. Nancy stayed with us at Casa Marino for 2 weeks and is now having to say a sad goodbye to Dr. Guillermo.
Hello, Nancy. Can you tell us where you're from and your age?
Sure. I'm from Minneapolis and I am 60.
Great. How did you come to your decision to have your rhinoplasty procedure with cosmetic surgery vacation here in Mexico?
Well, I had been to Mexico previously for cosmetic surgery with the Marinos for a total facelift, and so I certainly had the confidence to return. This time I had a different surgeon, and because I had trusted the Marinos and because of the excellent skill that I had from my cosmetic surgeon, I didn't hesitate at all to plan this surgery again in Mexico. Yeah.
How was your overall experience with the hospital and Dr. Guillermo?
Well, I just couldn't say enough. This is by the way, I want to clarify that Dr. Guillermo did the rhinoplasty. He is very kind, he's very humble, he's very focused on what he does, he asks very good questions, and he goes to great pains to explain to you what the process is and what he does and what you should expect. I found it so extraordinary the amount of time he spent with me discussing this process.
Upon your arrival at the airport, you were met by our private car and driver who escorted you to the private full facility hospital, where you were met by Dr. Guillermo in this case for your rhinoplasty. How was your overall experience with the hospital and Dr. Guillermo?
I just can't possibly say enough good things about the experience. Actually, blown away would be a better way to say it.
That's wonderful.
Because not only did I have the physician's attention, or the surgeon, he meets you. My experience with both of these surgeons, they're very humble and they have extraordinary skill, and they're very concerned about your welfare. They ask good questions of you and give very detailed explanations. But not only did I meet the surgeons, and of course they ordered the labs and the EKGs, just what you would expect, and I had been also requested to provide that information prior to even being considered a candidate for this surgery, or these surgeries. I also met the man who owns the hospital,
That's
which that just really left me speechless. And
his concern
and
was
he
there
was
too.
concerned, and one thing he was interested in is he wanted to make sure the experience was familiar to the American clientele. I mean, what did we expect when we came into a room, and who to see and what to see and how should the room be laid out. They were trying to accommodate their American patients on a more of a cultural level.
After your surgery, you spent the night in the hospital to arrive at Casa Marino the following day. How was staying in Casa Marino, our private cloistered villa spa retreat, of value to you in your recuperation process?
Well, the fact that it is private meant a lot to me. You certainly can stay in hotels and recover, but what I liked here is each day we had 2 meals a day and at a table in a house versus going out to a public restaurant that's part of a hotel with your bruised and swollen face.
You could even come in your pajamas.
Yeah,
if you
I could
want
sit
to
around in
breakfast.
a t-shirt and sweats, and after about a day and a half, when you feel a little bit better, you can put on your big hat and your sunglasses and your scarf, and you have playmates ready to go out with you.
Yeah, and all in your movie star disguises.
Yes.
It's kind of like group therapy. How are you feeling about your new nose?
Oh, well, I've had some brief glimpses in between the splints. I do have a splint on my nose right now, and I'm very pleased. I was concerned about my new nose fitting in with the rest of the structure of my face, and I think it looks very natural, and I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased. I just that's where the surgeon's artistry comes into play.
Great.
Yes.
Could you just turn to the side so
Oh,
we can see
yeah.
the beautiful
Yeah.
new profile you have?
Yeah, and keep in mind there's about 4 layers of stretchy Band-Aids on it too, so.
So still more to come.
Yes, yeah. I'm going to be going home, but the ongoing aftercare is fairly basic and anyone can do it with confidence.
And how many days is it now after your surgery? Tuesday was a week, Wednesday. So it's basically 10 days right now
10 days.
after surgery.
Yeah.
So you're still very inflamed, a lot of swelling. Still going on.
Yeah.
And of course the bandage is still on. But in a few more weeks, maybe a few more months, complete recovery.
Oh, the surgeons and the Marinos work very hard at accommodating one another, and they're very sensitive to any patient comments or needs. They're quick to pick up on it and make adjustments as needed. And
I think that comes with experience of 14 years.
yes.
So now that you've been here almost 2 weeks and you've had your surgery and you've had your vacation, are you excited to go home?
I'm from Minneapolis. As of last week, we were still getting snow.
Wow. So the weather here has been
the
a
weather's
definite...
fantastic. It's like almost like an eternal spring. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you've had a wonderful experience all the way around, and I'm so glad to have gotten to see you again.
Yes,
and
thank you.
I hope to see photos and things of you in the near future.
But even now, when I saw my nose just briefly without the splints, I mean, it is still smaller than the nose I started with.
And there's no more hump.
No more hump, yeah. Or as Dr. Guillermo says, humph.
Exactly.